Hello everybody, GameFreak997 here. I'm back today with more Forza Horizon 2 on the Xbox One, and I'm bringing you part 2 of the Porsche 918 versus the Ferrari LaFerrarri versus the McLaren P1 sort of series, a little mini-series. And today I'm going to be testing the handling, and the track that I'm testing it on is inspired by AR12 Gaming. But basically we start off here, and then we just follow the road to our left, and then when we get up here we take a right, then we just follow it all the way up to the top, and I have a stopwatch set up, and we're going to be testing, well, I'm going to be seeing which car handles the best and which car makes it up there the fastest. So got my stopwatch ready, and I'm going to probably have to take off about a second for each time, because I have to hit the button, get my hand back to the controller to engage the clutch and go, and then I also have to hit the button again on my phone to stop the stopwatch. But anyway, let's go. Took that corner a little too close there. Get a little bit of wheel spin on second gear throughout corners. Oh, come on. That's the thing that I really don't like about this game, is you can't really set it to where, and yes, I am just blowing through it because I'm not going to focus on braking and then stopping the stopwatch. But something that I really wish is that you could just take traffic off. That way, if you want to test out a car, you can get better results. But with the crash and taking a second off, the final time is 44.59, and I'm not taking off time for the crash just because I'm probably going to be crashing with the other vehicles as well, and it would probably just, I don't really know how to expect it. I'm not going to take off time for crashes. That's driver error, so that time will just be kept on. But anyway, we're going to test out the LaFerrarri. And there's also another part that I'm going to be testing out too, because that part actually tests more for overall turning and braking. Well, when you see the part that I'm talking about, you'll understand. Alright, so now I have to turn around, get lined up, and get ready for our second run, or technically our first run, with the LaFerrarri. Alright, this is roughly where I was with the P1, I believe. So let's go in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so the LaFerrarri has a lot more wheel spin coming out, but the handling is pretty well. Oh man. Yeah, the LaFerrarri has a lot more wheel spin than the P1, it feels. Alright, so there was no crash there, and these results were actually fairly impressive. The LaFerrarri did it in, now this is with the 1 second taken off for the start. The LaFerrarri did it in a 41.48 time. Now let's just see how the Porsche does, simply because it's all-wheel drive, and all-wheel drive can work in two ways. It can either be very helpful in a sort where you don't encounter a lot of understeer, but it can be very painful and have it where you encounter a lot of understeer. Now with the Porsche, I always notice how off the launch it has quite a bit of wheel spin. So I don't know what that means for handling. Alright, just whip it around here. Not really. Alright, let's try to line up a little bit better. Don't want to be facing the wall too much. Alright. And let's go in 3, 2, 1. Oh man, stalled it there. I was trying to hit the e-brake coming out, but that didn't work out too well. So the Porsche's acceleration is not quite on par with the P1 and the LaFerrarri, but the handling is remarkable. It has awesome braking as well. And okay, so I feel like I should give the P1 one more chance, just because that crash was very unfair. But with the 1 second taken off for the Porsche, it did it in a 40.82 lap time. Not really lap time, I guess, because we didn't do a lap. But it did it in 40 seconds, 0.82. Very impressive. And that's because the Porsche has a very good all-wheel drive system. It doesn't allow for a lot of understeer, but it doesn't allow for the back end to kick out from you when you don't want it to. So kudos to the 918 for that. Alright, now let's give the P1 a second chance, just because I don't know, I feel like I would be cheating it if I didn't give it a second chance, because it did have that pretty bad crash. Oh jeez, and there's a lot of cars coming too. Alright, I think it's lined up pretty well. Alright, let's go and, well, actually we have some race cars coming. Get out of here, I'm trying to record video. Again, I really wish I could just turn traffic off. Alright, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the McLaren is the faster car, but speed isn't everything when it comes to actual track racing. What it basically all boils down to is handling and braking. Okay, So that seemed like a pretty good run, a lot fairer. But with the 1 second taken off for the start, the McLaren P1 did it in a 42.02. That's pretty good, if you ask me. Alright, so now we are going to do a sort of hill climb, and this is the area that we will be doing it at. And this will really test out the car's braking and handling. No, it has quite a few series of hairpin turns and whatnot. And there's also traffic. Let's let this be the starting line. Alright. And instead of timing it, I'm going to be going off of the speed trap. I'm also not going to be able to take the racing lines as much as I'd like to, just because of all the traffic. Okay, so the McLaren did it in a 73.38. Let me just quickly write that down. Alright, P1 73.38. Okay, now let's switch to the LaFerrarri and see how that car does. Now, the LaFerrarri, from what I've experienced so far, has more wheel spin than the P1. I'm not going to include the 918 just because the 918 is all-wheel drive, so there's not much wheel spin to really experience with that car. Alright, so hop in the LaFerrarri. Wait for all these loading times to go, and let's go ahead and just fast travel back here and line the car up. Alright. Let these cars go by. Don't hit me. Thank you. Alright, now let's go. Oh, what are you doing, man? Alright, so we scraped some cars there. Didn't really affect the performance too much, but anyway, the LaFerrarri did it in a 69.4. So, let me write that down. Alright, now the 918, the car that did the best at the original track. I guess I'll just call it a track because I don't really know what else I could call it. Nope. Stop.
Dude, come on in. How can I help?
I really wish that I had a very good video editing software, just because it would make this so much easier, make it more professional, less of a pain for me to record, because I hate that feeling that I'm putting out mediocre content for you guys. Alright, well, the Porsche is a little bit further ahead of the line. I guess the P1 was a little bit as well. Alright. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Now I think with the P1, because the braking and the overall handling is actually... We're doing that again. I did it for the P1, I'm doing it for the 918. I have to do that again. Damn you, General Lee. Alright, let's try to get this line up a little bit better. Alright, let's try this again. No countdown that time because don't want to give any more cars a chance to spawn in and get in my way. Oh my fucking goodness.
You have arrived at your destination.
I'm going to give the Porsche 1 extra mile an hour just because that was BS. So a 69.79 was the sort of marked time, but I'll give it a 70.79 just because of BS. So with this, I'm not too surprised actually. The P1 is in first place with a 73.38. The Porsche is in second place with a 70.79 after I give it the extra second. And the LaFerrarri is in third place or final place with a 69.4. But I guess even if I gave the Porsche an extra second, wouldn't have really mattered. It still would have came in second just because it beat the Ferrari by... Fucking helicopters flying overhead. But the Porsche technically beat the Ferrari by 0.39 of a second. But anyway, it seems that the P1 is actually the better car in all instances, just for like speed and handling. Now I'm not going to be testing braking and all that stuff. I'm just going to be doing speed and handling. But that is stock. Now, what I'm going to be doing in the next 2 days, I'm actually going to be doing fully upgraded LaFerrari 918 and P1s. And I'm going to be doing the same test. I'm going to look at the top, or not really the top speed, just the highest speed at the airstrip, and see which car handles better at the other track and this track. But anyway, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to see more content from me and my friends when I record with them, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm uploading daily. And again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.